Okay, so for problem 2-5, um, medyo mahaba kasi siya. So para hindi kayo na-overwhelm sa dami ng requirements, the first thing that you should do is basahin muna yung question. No? Tapos base dun sa question, maggawa ka na agad ng mga columns mo for solution. So kagaya dito sa nakikita nyo dun sa screen ko, kasi tinatanong sa atin is taxable net income. So nagawa na agad ako ng isang portion for income subject to graduated rates. And then tinatanong din income tax payable. So dito din sa rate sa column na to. And then another requirement, final tax on passive income. So gawa na agad ako ng isang column para sa passive income. And then capital gains tax, ito yung medyo marami kasing requirement. So ito sa kabila, yung aking income subject to capital gains tax. So gawa ka na agad ng column, no, para sa tatlo. Tapos habang binabasa mo yung problem, gawin mo diyan is isa-isa mo siyang ilagay dun sa columns depende kung saan siya dapat. So let's start. Dito sa 2-5, ang una is ang situation is isa siyang non-resident citizen. So non-resident citizens taxable in all sources whether within or outside the Philippines. So income from employment, pareho 'yan yung abroad at saka Philippines, pareho yang taxable. So ito siya. Yan, lagay natin dito. Tapos lagay natin yung amount 180 tsaka 280. Business income, pareho din. Yung kanyang business income, local and abroad, parehong taxable. So, dito siya. Lagay natin yung amount according to the book. Ayan. Next, deductible business expenses. So, pareho din. Okay? Whether local or abroad, parehong i-deduct. So, lagay natin, according to the book, ang amounts ay 610 tsaka 730. Okay? So, i-deduct yan. Next, interest income on personal loan. So, ito napansin ko to dun sa una nating recitation. No? Yung table ng passive income na given dun sa book, syempre applicable siya doon sa mga passive income na nandun. Ngayon, pag wala doon, hindi ibig sabihin na tax exempt. Kapag wala siya doon sa table ng passive income na nasa book, ibig sabihin subject siya sa graduated rates, no? Hindi po tayo pwedeng mag-assume ng income tax exemption unless the law stipulates clearly, no? So, ibig sabihin, itong interest income on personal loans, both local and abroad, ay subject to graduated rates. Okay? So hindi po ito yung interest income na na subject sa passive income final tax, no? Kasi ano po yun yung mga deposits, etc., no? Hindi pasok yung interest income na to because this is due to or this originated from personal loan. So dun po siya papasok sa income subject to graduated rates. Next, interest income on bank deposits. Yun pong passive income na nasa book, applicable lang po yun kapag local yung source ng income. So, ibig sabihin, maghihiwala yung dalawang yan. Yung interest income on bank deposits sa Pilipinas will be subject to final tax na 20%. So, ito siya. Yan. Kaya natin pati yung amount, yung rate, tsaka yung tax. On the other hand, yung interest income niya sa bank deposit niya abroad will be subject to the normal rates. Ito siya. Yan. Interest income on bank deposits abroad. Dito siya. Okay, so 4,200. The same with interest income on money market placements, no? Yung passive income na nasa book na table, sa local lang yan. So, dito mapupunta yon. Interest income on money market placements in the Philippines, that will be also subject to the 20% tax. So, ayan. So, 7,500 times 20%, you've got 1,500 final tax. Tapos, yung interest income niya sa money market placement abroad, dito po yon sa graduated rates or normal income tax rate. So, dito siya. So, 1,600. Next, dividend income from domestic corporation. yan po yung subject sa 10% final tax. So, dito natin siya ilalagay. Dito siya. Yan, dividend income domestic. So, 5,700, 10% tax, 570. Dividend income from foreign corporation, yan po ay subject to graduated rates or normal tax rate. Okay? So, dito po natin siya ilalagay. Dividend income foreign, 8,800. Pinagsama ko na ba yun? Pinagsama ko na. Ayan, 8,800. Next, royalty income. I think this is general royalty. So again, ang royalty income na subject lang sa 20% final tax ay yung local. So, yung 90. So, 20%, 18. Yung royalty income niya from abroad will be subject to the graduated rates or Section 24A of the tax code. Next, winnings and prizes from lotteries and raffle draws. Yung 45,000 na local winning, yun po yung masasubject sa final tax of 20%. So, 45,000, 20% nun is 9,000. Yun namang 16,900 na winnings abroad will be subject to the regular tax rates. Next, saan na ba tayo? Prices from singing contest. So, ang rule natin, pagka prices from contest, pag below 10,000 at local yung source, it will be subject to the normal income tax rate. So, dito siya sa graduated rates. Yan. So, 5-6. Next, PCSO Lotto winnings. This will be subject to yung 150 lang, sorry. Yung local lang, yung 150,000 na local lotto will be subject to 20% final tax. Yun namang lotto winnings niya abroad will be subjected to graduated rates. So, ayan. Royalty income from sale of books. So, local yan. That will be subject to 10% final tax. So, dito yan. Okay? Okay, punta na tayo dun sa additional data. Additional data is about capital gains tax. The first one, noong daw February, the taxpayer bought a lot deemed as capital asset. The acquisition cost was 840,000. He later sold the lot in December for 1,060,000. So, yun po ay capital asset. So, subject siya dito sa capital gains tax. Lagay natin dito. Okay. Yung lot sold in December, ang basis niya, yung 1,060,000. Yun ang tax base. So, kunin mo yung 6% nun, yun yung kanyang capital gains tax, 63,600. Okay. Next, in September, the taxpayer sold 560 shares of stock of Ayala Investment Corporation held by him as capital asset through a local stock exchange. The cost was 36,900 whereas the sales price was 154,000. Now, this was sold through a local stock exchange so hindi po siya subject sa capital gains tax kundi dun sa 0.6% business tax. So, hindi natin siya isasama sa capital gains tax. Let's go to the third bullet. In October, the taxpayer sold 820,000 pesos his house and lot located in Makati held as capital asset. The fair market value on the date of sale was 950,000 and the acquisition cost was 475,000. So, ito pong item na to will be subject to the capital gains tax of 6%. So, ang basis ay yung higher of saan ba yan? Yung 950, no? 950. Ayan. So, 6% nun, yun yung kanyang final tax. So, na-consider na natin lahat, pwede na natin sagutin isa-isa yung requirement. Requirement 1, taxable net income. Ito total lang natin tong nandito sa column na to. We've got 1,076,100. Ano sunod? Income tax payable. Ito sa baba. Tingin ka lang dun sa table, no? Graduated rate. Okay, so income tax payable natin, 171,525. Final tax on passive income. Total lang natin to. We've got 68,000 pesos. 68,030 pesos. Capital gains tax. Puntahan natin tong kabila. Total lang natin yan. Ang total nitong dalawang to is 120,600. So, yun po. Ang ating sagot sa 2-5 if the taxpayer is resident citizen.